Welcome to the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by Shekina community members. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com. Hi everyone, this is Ray. This is episode 74 of the podcast. It is Saturday the 23rd of May as I record this. So here in Pai, things have changed now that Chinua and I are not the only ones here. Ro and Neil are here, and so are Sion and Erica, so we've been around each other more. We're kind of all practicing a lot of social distance and finding safety with each other. So we were able on Sunday, Ro and Chinua and I took 27 grocery packets up to Lectio Village, which is 2 hours into the mountains. And it was really intense to get there. Sarah had said that the road was bad, and I knew that meant it was probably really bad because she's used to some pretty terrible roads. And it was worse than I was even expecting, and it was quite tense getting there. Chinua did an excellent job of driving us over these really wild passes where we were on dirt, and so we were kind of skidding out and speeding up to get up a hill and turning sharp corners. Thankfully, we got there safely, and then when we got there, actually, we found out that the 27 packets were for the whole village. It was a really small little village, and bamboo huts. They had all solar power, no cell service. Yeah, it's really out there village, and they were really sweet. We worked with social distancing and masks, and then that kind of was hard for everyone to continue with because they're village people who have never done this before. And they've been isolated up there on their own. So we tried our best, but it was, sometimes it was quite busy and chaotic, but it was beautiful. It was really beautiful, and it was really good to be able to get those out. So thanks to everyone who has been donating and helping with all of that. It's amazing. And seeing how beautiful this little village is and just how simple and how little they had was, again, it's just a reminder of the need to share from the overflow of what we have. Listeners, this podcast is supported by you. Because it's about meditation, we want to keep it ad-free. And our beloved patrons at patreon.com support us for as little as $1 a month, and patrons get extra audio. And we're going to get some up for you guys this week, a little short meditation. You can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. That link is in the show notes at shekinacommunity.com. If you go to patreon.com, you can find where we are. Shekina is SHEKINA, and then Meditation Podcast. And it really helps us right now, you guys. We still have the same, things that we need to pay for here, and we are continuing to think of ways that we can serve the traveling community and the community of people around us with these practices. And so we really appreciate it. And we would love it if you would share our podcast, if you would rate or review us, if you would send it to a friend, if you would tell the world. And we're really thankful. So patrons, you are the best. You are like a mama hen bringing her chicks to the choicest insects. That is what I have all around me right now. There's this little hen who is running around with 7 or 8 chicks. She's going all over our yard, teaching them to scratch in the compost heaps and any random place she can find where there's insects. She's a good mama teaching her chicks. That's what you're like. You're bringing the goodness to us. So today's episode is a Lectio Divina. It's on Ephesians 3, verses 17 to 19. It's guided by me, Ray, and I used the Passion Version today. And as usual, it has 3 parts. Some time to come to a place of stillness, some time to go through the verses with a lot of silence, just experimenting and being with them, and then processing. So once you turn off the audio, spend some time talking about it with whoever you're with. Tell each other your experiences from your heart. Or if you're by yourself, just take a pen, write a few moments down that you really want to remember, or draw a picture, or record something audibly. Whatever it is, just take some time to process the meditation. Let's begin. Welcome to Shekina meditation. This is an invitation for you to sit and take some time to be completely in a place of receiving, meditating, sitting in silence, playing with ideas with the divine presence all around you and with you. A set aside time to go deep and to think long and true about these words that we are going to look into together. This is a Lectio Divina on Ephesians 3, verses 17. This is a Lectio Divina on Ephesians 3, verses 17 to 19. Let's begin by sitting very tall. You're free to move around during the meditation, but to begin, let's sit very tall with long spine and the crown of your head reaching up, up, up. Finding a way to really kind of get all of your kinks out of your neck or your shoulders. If you need to stretch, you can. Move around a little bit. Ease your muscles. Try to relax the ones that feel tense. Just, imagine that string pulling you up so that your bones are all stacked on one another. And begin to breathe. Begin to become aware of your breath. Allow air to fill your lungs. And imagine following it all the way in and all the way out. Bring your awareness to what you feel around you. So where are you connected? To the ground or to the chair beneath you? What does the air on your skin feel like? Lean into those sensations. Bring your awareness to your sense of hearing. Find the sounds around you. Listen to see what you can hear. Sound can be a reminder of coming back to a place of focus. It can be something that just gently jogs you and makes you realize, oh, I've drifted off. I've gone somewhere into my thoughts. You can bring it into your imagination too, or into your meditation, incorporating sounds you hear around you, bringing them into your thoughts and the way that you're thinking and meditating on each word. We often push back against sound during meditation, but it can actually be very helpful as we move into it. And our minds are so constantly busy with things, and we come with many thoughts and plans and lists and ideas and some little thing that's been bothering us. If you like, you can imagine your thoughts as a stream. You're standing and looking into the stream and watching the thoughts go by. To begin, just watch them come and go. An attitude of gentle curiosity is a good way, a good lens to look at your thoughts. And as you watch them coming and going along the stream, begin to walk alongside them. Just imagining your mind as this stream, with all these things tumbling over one another, moving along until they empty into a still and quiet pond in a little clearing. Take a moment to be at this quiet pond, to imagine what it is surrounded by. What does it look like to you as your thoughts become still? They're still there, but they've become very quiet. In this place, which is your place of focus, the divine presence is with you. The Holy Spirit hovers over this place. You have been invited here and welcomed and accepted. you find you're distracted during the meditation, you can come back here. And as you meditate, remember that this gentle nudging back to a place of stillness is part of what meditation is. Seeing distractions and then coming back is the act of meditation, training your mind to come to this quiet place, to absorb the goodness of who God is. To find a place of connection with the Spirit. If you feel comfortable, you can offer a prayer or a question for the time. I'm reading from Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, chapter 3, verses 17 to 19. This is from the Passion Version. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. Then you will become empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences. The great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is His love. How enduring and inclusive it is. Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of his love will become the very source and root of your life. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences: the great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences: the great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is his love. How enduring and inclusive it is. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is his love. How enduring and inclusive it is. Endless love endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of his love will become the very source and root of your life. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences, the great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is his love. How enduring and inclusive it is. Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. Come back to the place, the quiet pool. Be here. And go back to your breathing, following the air inside you, following as it goes all the way out, exhales. When you're ready, take some time to share. Either with others, giving each other time to process and share from your heart, your experience, without interruption or correction. Or you can take some time to journal and write out what you experienced during this meditation. Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation available each week, so don't forget to subscribe to iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Also, you can rate or review on iTunes or sign up as a patron at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. Have a beautiful week. Many blessings to you.